effectiveness. All right, let's move on to reflection 3. So reflection 3 looks at the process, how the process of doing the SBA improved you as a learner, as a language student. What have you learned about yourself? Remember, these are reflection. So you want to talk, you could talk about the process of, selecting the SBA, meeting in group, choosing your individual topics, having meeting with your teacher, getting the feedback, then getting maybe feedback from your peer members also. And, the third point is not all persons, but some persons would like to put how the oral presentation that they would have done impacted them. All right. Some persons put it in, some persons don't. So that's not a hard line. But if you can, after doing the oral presentation, want to reflect on that, you can put it here. Also, you want to look at what you have learned about yourself. Are you somebody that realized that, I don't really work well with group members. I need somebody to be there. I work with a partner. I work well by myself. I work well in group. I like to take the lead. I like to follow. What is it that you have learned about yourself in doing the SBA? All right. Did you realize that, your vocabulary needed to be improved? Um, what have you learned about yourself in general? And you go into that. What have you learned about group members, your group members? Do you realize that some group members can be a bit dominant, uh, a bit shy? Is that you realize some of them have to be prodding and pushing to meet or to research? What have you learned? And you document it at this point of your SBA. What if you say whatever you feel is sufficient, then that can work. Okay. All right. So let's go up here. Reflection 3. The subtopic I chose for my English language SBA has made me reflect on a lot on poverty and how it affects families and the country overall. Of my three artifacts, I connect more with the poem because it does not only give it not only gave examples of poverty, such as not having much to eat or shoes and clothes to wear, but more importantly, it has taught me that despite my situation, I should never be ashamed but use bad situations to motivate me. Okay, the process of doing the SBA was bittersweet. I say this because working with others took patience and it forces you to be respectful of other people's opinion. Not everybody worked at the same pace, so I had to be patient with my group members and they had to be patient with me. Since I had to read and listen to my videos, I got the chance to improve my reading and comprehension skills. I had to summarize information from my artifacts and analyze what the information was doing this SBA. In this SBA also helped me to better prepare for my representation because I've used information from my artifacts to help me with my content or with the content. So you realize they talk about reflect on the what they have learned from the topic and the process of what they have learned from going through the process of doing the SBA.